Hello, hello, welcome back. This is your happiness channel with Monica, and I am Monica. Go figure. I am so glad that you're watching this. And today's happiness hack is breath work. And I know it's going to sound trite and it's going to sound blah, blah, blah. Yeah. But hear me out. Aside from having massive depression and anxiety and all the other things that I am diagnosed with ADD, a big part of my debilitating symptoms was lack of energy. I lived in a fog. I lived in this lackadaisical, humdrum kind of, I don't feel like doing anything. I don't feel like going for that walk. I don't feel like getting out of bed. I don't feel like maybe just to get a sandwich. And I don't feel like doing anything. I would bring the laptop to my bed and I would work from my bed because I didn't feel like getting up. I had the worst energy. And I am the type of person that I could fall asleep at the dime of a hat wherever I am, especially if it's already towards the end of the day, like maybe in the late afternoon hours. I sometimes found myself taking naps at like 6 or 7 o'clock at night. And it just kind of like warps your whole schedule. And it's just not the best way to live. It's not living an optimal life. And although this particular hack won't bring you happiness per se, it will give you energy. And in order to express your happiness by doing fun and exciting things, you do need energy. And so I feel like this is maybe a little bit of a foundation for implementing the happiness hacks. And it really changed me. And I didn't notice because it's not an overnight thing. As a matter of fact, none of these happiness hacks or hacks in general are going to give you overnight success. It's going to take a little while. I mean, some of you may feel relief sooner than others. Some of you may get to that point a lot faster, and some of you may take a little bit longer. But overall, it is not a quick fix kind of thing, right? You have to really work on it and do it and commit to it. And so this breath work is just very simple. It's the one that I do about 3 times a day. Just when I start feeling a little bit sluggish, I remind myself, or something inside me reminds me, listen, it's time to breathe. You haven't breathed today. And so I do my breathing. I do either 3 or 4 sets, or it's really one set of 3 or 4 breathing. And you can do it 3 times throughout the day. So you can do it once in the morning when you wake up. It is very important to do it in the morning when you wake up. So a lot of times while I am doing my 27 trillion hack technique, I also incorporate the breathing into it. And I do this breath work throughout. I incorporate it into other techniques and other activities throughout the day so that I can knock out 2 or 3 at the same time. And it just kind of happens. It's not like I say to myself, oh, let me do this in conjunction with that. I just do it. It just comes natural. So again, with time, these things will come second nature to you. And so the breath work that I'm going to teach you today is very simple. There's a bunch of different breathing techniques. They're called pranayama, which is Sanskrit for breath control. And so there's a lot of different breathing techniques. They even have breathing camps that are supposed to awaken you and do a lot of wonderful things inside you. So feel free, of course, to Google that. And if you want to know more about it, I can definitely do the research and bring you more information. I can bring you experts in this field, and I can interview them with you or for you so that we can all learn the importance of breathing and the different techniques and which ones should be applied at which times. So the one thing that I know that I used to do and was probably sabotaging my energy even more was I used to do quick, short breaths. For some reason, I learned from somewhere or someone that those quick, short breaths gave you energy. However, I didn't realize that they should not be used if you are currently suffering from depression or anxiety, because it makes it worse. And for years I was breathing wrong on purpose. Obviously, you know, when you're on automatic, you breathe normally. However, throughout the years, and of course, breathing goes back to what the beginning of time. And of course, babies know how to breathe, and Indian, you know, Native Americans, know how to breathe. And, you know, the people that founded this, you know, our human lives, I'm sure, knew how to breathe correctly. And there was a lot less pollutants in the world, and there was a lot less stress in the world, and there was a lot less of things that got in the way of breathing properly. And so we have to kind of go back to our roots and go back to, you know, we have to embody our baby spirit and our natural human spirit in order to breathe correctly. But so basically, you don't do short, shallow breaths. That's wrong, unless you want a spurt of energy. But I'm not even too familiar with that right now. And I could look it up if anybody's interested. I will look it up for you and bring back the topic again at a later time. But right now, the one that I want to focus on, which is the one that has helped me tremendously in the last 2 years, is regular. It's not called anything. It's belly breathing. And basically, don't move your shoulders or your chest. I mean, it may move a little bit on its own, but you're going to put, maybe if I stand up, you're going to put all your breathing into your belly. So it's belly breathing. And you're going to take a deep breath in for 4 counts, again, through the belly. So the belly will be expanding. And if you think of a baby, that's how they breathe. If you look at them, their little cute little bellies go whoop, 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 whoop. So that's what we're going to be doing, whoop, whoop, with our bellies. And so 4 counts in, we hold it for 4 counts, and then we breathe out through the mouth, okay, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Again, we do 4 or even longer if you can, seconds of breathing out. And then we pause, we hold it for 4 seconds, and we do it again. And so we do it 3 times. So it's one set of 3. And if you want, let's do it together. And again, it's only through the belly. Breathe in through the nose, expand the belly, hold it for 4, and then you pause for 4. You breathe in for 4, hold for 4, and then you let it out through your mouth for 4. Here we go. Ready? Belly breathing now. And go. Hold it. Let it out. Hold it. In through the belly. Hold it. Out. Last one. Hold it. Expand the belly. Hold it. Out through the mouth. And that's it. Now, that was one set. You can do another set and another set. The more you do this, the better it is. Your body will oxygenate, and that is so important. You do want oxygen to be traveling throughout your body, and make sure that all your organs are working properly, that your brain is getting enough oxygen so that your brain can work optimally. And obviously, if all the systems in your body are working properly, then you're definitely going to have more energy. And this is something that I had never really thought of. It had never occurred to me that breathing was so important to having energy. And it helps with your emotions. It helps you focus. Of course, it helps your blood pressure. So those of you that have high or low blood pressure, this should be able to balance you out. It helps your central nervous system. It's a blend of your sympathetic and your parasympathetic systems working together. You know, one of them is the fight or flight, where your body feels, and this is when you feel tense, when your body feels stressed out and you feel that there's imminent danger. Of course, back in the, beginning of time, the imminent danger would be a buffalo running toward you, or, not enough food. There goes, I can't say, I don't like it. And so that was your fight or flight. And over the years, we have kept that, except we're not in a life and death situation, right? It's just our boss wants the deadline to up the deadline. Your project is now due. You didn't finish your homework for your class. Your kids need new uniform. And so even though you're not gonna die if any of those things don't happen correctly or perfectly or however it is that you think it should go, your body starts to go into that panic state. When you're breathing and you're doing this easy, long, slow breathing, and you're just concentrating only on breathing and holding your breath and making sure it's through the nose and making sure it comes out through the mouth. And so you're kind of really just engaged fully in that activity for those seconds that you're doing it. And so your body is now in a rest and relaxed state. And you technically cannot have, they cannot coexist in your body. Therefore, you in other words, you can't be in a state of panic and in a state of relaxation at the same time. So this is really good, especially for people that have anxiety and you're really, really worried about this and that and this and that, and your brain goes here and your brain goes there, and you're overthinking and you're wondering and you're hoping and you're stressing out and you're overwhelmed and you're frustrated, and then you breathe. And you breathe and you breathe and you breathe and you concentrate just on the breathing. Don't think about taking the dog to the vet. Don't think about your daughter's uniforms. Don't think about your boyfriend and what time he's getting home. Don't think about your bill, your FPL bill or your water bill or your electric bill. Don't think of any of those things at all when you're breathing. Because again, you're either in your rest and relaxed state or you're in your fight or flight. And you definitely want to choose rest and relax as often as possible. And that will help minimize the stress in your life. It will help minimize the anxiety in your life. And it will definitely give you a little boost of energy every time you do it. Because like I said, you're causing the oxygen to go and flow throughout your body. And it helps all your organs and all your systems in your body, in your human body, in your anatomy, to work correctly. And so you should be able to gather enough oxygenated cells in your body to have a right or appropriate amount of energy for your daily activities. And again, it should reduce stress. So thank you so much for listening. If you liked it, please make sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you want to keep hearing more happiness hacks. And thanks again for being here. I totally appreciate every single one of you, even if it is just one of you that's listening or watching right now, or if it's 10 of you, or if it's 20, and hopefully one day that'll be in the millions, right? I can only hope and wish, but all I want is to spread the message of joy and love to everyone and give everybody hope, especially if you are suffering from depression or anxiety. There is hope, and there are little tiny techniques and hacks that you could do to slowly put you in a better place, because your birthright as a human being is to be happy. That is your birthright, and I am here to help you reclaim your birthright. Thanks again for watching. This is Monica. This is your happiness channel, and I hope to see you again real soon.